which he has. There's a chance Gus might think he's still in good shape. It wouldn't be unheard of for Mark to call, we say, pocket 9s or 10s in this spot. 1 over card.
Thanks for mentioning it.
Pot is now $33,000. The Great Dane way behind. He's going to need one of the. He's going to need the king.
He goes
call.
check, check. That's the card that neither player would like to see.
Well, actually, Goodwin's actually backed into a flush now.
Oh, yes, he's coming to a backdoor diamond flush. He took his free card on the turn.
15,000.
Not much Hansen can beat out there. He can't beat the king. He can't beat an ace. Can't beat a 3. And he can't beat the diamonds.
The point, what probably going through his mind here is what could Mark have called with on the flop that he can bet on the river? Ace king is about the only hand, really.
Well, he could also, remember, he could have had busted heart draw. He could have called him with a heart draw, missed it, and now he has to fire at it. Maybe that's what Gus is thinking.
That's what's going through Gus's mind.
It's like the worst call ever.
I'm absolutely certain you'll make worse.
So am I.
Of that, there's no doubt.
I really think that Gus just can't believe there's a hand that he can bet here that he's called on the flop with. Is he slow playing aces? It's going to be very easy for him to give a middle pair and call this back.
You see him shaking his head in disbelief because he can't really figure it out. Obviously, always hard to see those backdoor diamonds. Pot is $48,000.
God, can't even take a break.
He's decided to call. I think he's given Mark a medium pair or a busted heart flush draw. That's the one hand he probably hasn't thought about. And that is a very good pot for Mark Goodwin.
Wow, great pot there. Mark Goodwin is now our big winner, up to $163,000. There it is. Mark Goodwin up $63,000 for the day. Phil Ivey in second place with $34,000. Gus Hansen gives a lot of his winnings away now. He's only up 13. And Matisow is our big loser. He's down 34,000.
Who's watching Tony?
Buttons in seat number 2. Phil Ivey in the big blind here. Action is on. Mark Goodwin. Mark's not going to play.
Matisow has a reach for he's just calling the 600.
Well, Matisow's got king queen off suit here.
It's not a bad hand to play. That, on the other hand, is a very nice hand to play.
Yeah, I think the 2005 World Series Poker Player of the Year, Alan Cunningham, is going to play that.
I tell you what, even I would play that hand. I don't think you have to be the 2005. I'm not saying I played as well, but I would play it. Phil's in as well.
Well, in a deep stack, no limit cash game, this is the kind of hand you want. Snap off a big hand. And
that's a great first card for Phil.
And now the question is, Alan Cunningham was a great player. Can he get away from pocket aces?
There's $11,600 in the pot right now. And we have a big pot brewing.
And I love the bet by Ivy here. He bets right into the razor.
And Alan knows he'd do this with so many hands.
Pot is now $21,000 here. Phil Ivey and Alan Cunningham, they know each other extremely well.
15,000 today.
And Ivy has bet 15,000 right into the two red aces. And what do you do if you're Cunningham here?
Alan has already shown that he's got an overpair to the board. That's what his call on the flop represents. And yet Phil still keeps one afire. Alan's got to know that it might be on him at the moment.
Pot is now $51,000. And the river is certainly not an action killer. The 10 of spades falls. But now it's just a question of value betting. How much can you bet here? Can you bet half the pot? Can you bet 25,000? Can you bet more?
We're about to see what one of the best players in the world would bet in this situation.
He's done a great job of building himself a big pot. And this is the reason you play pocket deuces, so you can snap off these big hands. Phil Ivey's so deliberate with every move he makes.
What'd you bet?
35.
That's exactly what I thought you were supposed to bet. Good play. Play alike.
I think Gus saw the 35,000 coming before any of the others. He's on Phil's right. The question now, of course, is can Alan lay down the aces?
Now the pot is 86,000. It's 35,000 to call. And at this point, you know, is there any way that Ivy had, say, pocket queens, pocket kings? If he was betting a straight draw, the 10
well, he's laid it down. That is why he's the 2005 Player of the Year. Alan Cunningham got away from the aces. I say get away from. He still managed to lose over 20,000 in the pot, but it could have been a whole lot worse. Great play there from Alan.
Absolutely amazing. 99% of the poker players in the world would have lost their entire stack there with the aces, or at least another 35,000. Alan Cunningham shows us why he's so great. I mean, that was phenomenal.
So here's the leaderboard for the top three players, and English pro Mark Goodwin has moved up with $60,000 in profit, but Phil Ivey is right on his heels, and with such big blinds, the game is still very much open. So that's it from 50 London. The action at the table really hotting up, and we'll hope you join us again next time when one of these players will bid to become the Full Tilt Poker $1 Million Cash Game Champion of 2006. But from all of us for now, it's goodbye.